From the spiky and armored Spicomellus to the Australotitan that roamed across Australia, and from the Stegoros that used its tail as a weapon to the Japanese Yamatosaurus, recent times have seen many new discoveries of prehistoric dinosaurs. Dinosaurs have intrigued scientists and archaeologists for decades, and although the mystery behind these fascinating creatures is not fully understood, the pieces that have been uncovered are sure to thrill anyone. Today, we will look at some of the most recent ones discovered that have caught our attention. Some of these creatures are terrifying, while some of them possess strange abilities for dinosaurs. So, let us begin. Number 7. Spicomellus the Ankylosaur. A bizarre reptile trundled across what is now northern Morocco between 168 million years ago and 164 million years ago. A monster with huge spikes sprouting out of its ribcage and extending from its skin. The only known fossil of this species is a single rib fragment with 4 spikes that is about 10.5 inches long. Based on the shape and scale of the fossil, experts believe it belonged to an ankylosaur, a kind of armored dinosaur. Spicomellus afer is named after the Latin words for spike, collar, and African dweller. Spicomellus is the earliest known ankylosaur, as well as the first to be discovered in Africa. It's also a monster with no known living or dead equivalent. Spicomellus ended up at a museum in the United Kingdom as a result of the legally convoluted commercial traffic in Moroccan fossils. The rib bone made its way via many Moroccan wholesalers before reaching Musa Direct, a UK-based fossil dealer who sold the artifact to the museum. The bone was first assumed to be from the Moroccan Stegosaur Adradiclet, since it originated from the same location in the country's Atlas Mountains. However, it was quickly discovered that the fossil belonged to something quite different, making it far more significant. The Natural History Museum then collaborated with Sidi Mohammed bin Abdallah University in Fez, Morocco, to study the fossil. What do you think about this dinosaur fossil and the paths it has traveled since it was unearthed? Number 6. The Australotitan, the Titanosaurian. The Mackenzie family has spent decades maintaining a sheep and cattle ranch near the small village of Eromanga in Australia's southern Queensland region. Sandy Mackenzie, a teen, discovered evidence that the ranch formerly housed ancient giants in 2004. The Mackenzies and a team led by Queensland Museum paleontologist Scott Hocknell explored bone beds found on the property regularly beginning in 2006, and they discovered Australia's largest known dinosaur. The animal's remains, dubbed Cooper after a local stream, were studied scientifically for over a decade, including 3D scans of the bone surfaces. In June, the long-term study published in the journal PeerJ shows that the 95-million-year-old dinosaur is a new species, dubbed Australotitan cooperensis. Australotitan is a titanosaurian, a subgroup of long-necked sauropods that contains the largest animals ever to walk on the Earth's surface, such as Argentina's massive Patagotitan. The top limb bones of the Australotitan were at least 6.2 feet long, and the entire species is believed to have weighed between 26 and 82 tons in life. The dinosaur remains are currently housed in the new Eromanga Natural History Museum, founded by the Mackenzies themselves. Number 5. Stegoros, the blade-tailed. A fierce, tiny dinosaur with a peculiar tail weapon. A mass of fused bone, like a jagged cricket bat, lived in the river deltas of Chilean Patagonia more than 72 million years ago. The fossil skeleton belongs to a new species of tiny armored dinosaur known as Stegoros elengasen. The creature is called by its strangely shingled roof tail and an armored beast in Patagonian Aunikenk mythology. Its innovative tail weapon is now known as the macuajito, after an Aztec bladed club. Stegoros is a perplexing anatomical patchwork. The head, jaws, and club-like tail of the dinosaur are ankylosaur-like, resembling Ankylosaurus and other late armored dinosaurs. The dinosaur's thin leg bones and pelvis, on the other hand, match those of stegosaurs such as Stegosaurus, which had been extinct for tens of millions of years by the time of Stegoros. Stegoros also bridges a significant evolutionary divide. Few armored dinosaurs have been discovered in the countries that previously comprised Gondwana, an ancient supercontinent that began to disintegrate during the dinosaur era. Only 2 armored dinosaurs had been discovered in what was formerly southern Gondwana before Stegoros, and neither is as complete as the newly described beast. Quote, "It's completely unparalleled," paleontologist Alexander Vargas of the University of Chile stated of the tail. What do you think about this dinosaur and its spectacular tail? Let us know in the comments. Number 4. Berthasora. A Brazilian research team published a spectacular toothed dinosaur in the journal Scientific Reports in November 2021. Berthasora leopoldinae is the most complete fossil of its species and age ever discovered in Brazil. It is named after two notable Brazilian women, Bertha Maria Ulia Lutz, a biologist and pioneering women's rights champion, and Maria Leopoldina, Brazil's first empress who was instrumental in achieving the country's independence. Berthasora was discovered in rocks 125 million years old to 100 million years old. The animal, at around 1.5 feet long, would have been tiny and agile. Its beak appears to have been designed for nibbling on plants and potentially tiny prey. Other theropod families, such as the toothless ostrich mimic ornithomimids, possessed beaks like modern birds, while Berthasora belonged to the ceratosaurs, a group of usually toothed, meat-eating dinosaurs. The first known toothless ceratosaur is from China. Therefore, discovering a completely distinct one in South America suggests that a toothlessness developed at least twice independently among ceratosaurs. Berthasora elucidates the different nutritional choices of this group, expanding our understanding of how ancient dinosaurs made a livelihood. Do you think Berthasaurus is a weird name for a dinosaur? Let us know in the comments below. Number 3. Tilatilophus, the comma-headed lambeosaur. Jose and Rodolfo Lopez Espinoza discovered an incredible fossil in Coahuila Province, southern Mexico in 2005. The almost entire tail of a dinosaur that lived 72 million years ago. In 2013, a team of Mexican paleontologists returned to the site to dig the bones, unearthing more of the creature, including its head. The dinosaur was revealed to be one of a kind. Tilatilophus gallorum is a lambeosaur, which is a species of herbivorous dinosaur. The dinosaur got its name from its spectacular crest, which resembles the tlatoli, an Aztec common-like sign that stands for word in the Nahuatl language. To honor persons who helped with the fossil's collecting, the species name Gallorum combines two family names, Garza and Lopez. Tilatilophus was about 26 feet long from snout to tail, and was about 6.5 feet tall at the hip. Scientists believe the animal was a close relative of the renowned crested lambeosaur Parasaurolophus, which is seen drinking from a lake towards the beginning of the film Jurassic Park. Tilatilophus adds to the variety of known crested forms, which presumably played an important role in the dinosaur's social life by influencing the sound of their cries. Why do you think this dinosaur had a comma head? Yamatosaurus izanagi. Shingo Kishimoto, an amateur fossil hunter from Japan's Awaji Island, was digging among the rocks at a cemetery quarry in 2004 when he stumbled upon a stunning find: the bones of a dinosaur that lived more than 71 million years ago. The specimen is the second from Japan that lived during the Maastrichtian era, which lasted from 72 million to 66 million years ago, right up to the Cretaceous extinction disaster caused by an asteroid. Yamatosaurus izanagi is called after an old designation for a region of the Japanese archipelago, as well as Izanagi, a god in Japanese mythology. Tilatilophus, the dinosaur with the comma-shaped skull crest, is a hadrosaur, a large group of duck-billed herbivores that includes Yamatosaurus. Yamatosaurus belongs to a ghost branch of the family tree that split off around 95 million years ago, relatively early in the evolution of hadrosaurs. The fossil reveals that hadrosaurs from the family tree's initial branches, such as Yamatosaurus, were common throughout what is today Asia and eastern North America. They were not, however, abundant in western North America or Europe, where later branching relatives such as Tilatilophus thrived. The discovery shows that some of the earliest branches of the hadrosaurid family tree may have sought sanctuary in eastern Asia, even while other lineages in the group continued to evolve during the late Cretaceous period. Do you know what the powers of the god Izanagi are? Number 1. Ceratosochops and Rhiparovenator. For our number 1, we have a double bill. In the southwestern shore of the Isle of Wight in the United Kingdom, there is a magnificent coastline framed by sandstone cliffs. More than 125 million years ago, this site was a savanna-like valley crisscrossed by rivers and floodplains, making it an ideal habitat for two enormous dinosaurs with sleek, crocodile-like heads. Fossils discovered on the island reveal 2 new forms of Spinosaurid, an enigmatic group of big, predatory dinosaurs that includes the famed swimming dinosaur Spinosaurus. Ceratosochops inferodios translates as horned, crocodile-faced hell heron, and was inspired by the hypothesis that Spinosaurids were riverside predators similar to herons today. Rhiparovenator milnere translates as Milner's riverside hunter, in honor of British Spinosaurid scientist Angela Milner. Both dinosaurs were most likely around 26 feet long and 6.6 feet tall at the hip. Ceratosochops and Rhiparovenator add to our understanding of the Spinosaurids, offering information on the group's evolutionary beginnings. The majority of the earliest Spinosaurids resided in what is now Europe, implying that the group's ancestral habitat was in the northern hemisphere. Have you ever been to the Isle of Wight? And if you enjoyed this video, we have another one like it of the most amazing finds archaeologists still can't explain, right here, that I'm sure you will enjoy.